tell me what is the most form of relationship that is accepted in society? Heterosexual. उससे दो heterosexual क्या करते हैं साथ में? Does everyone understand in Hindi?
Yes.
Yeah. You don't understand. Cool. In case I say remind, I will translate. What is the best way of two heterosexuals to get together? Marriage. What type of marriage is important in Indian society?
Arranged.
So this is your arranged marriage. Okay. Now before that, tell me what a woman is. What is an ideal woman in the arranged marriage society? Right.
Quiet.
Huh?
Homely.
Quiet. What else?
She should be perfect in
She
all
should be
household.
perfect. Sanskari. What else?
Pretty.
Pretty. What is pretty for a woman? Fast.
Fair, complexion, then physics, slim,
Tiny, tender and petite.
Slim. Fair, slim.
Good bosoms.
What else?
long hair,
What else?
beautiful eyes,
Has to be a
big
virgin.
eyes.
Has to be virgin. Very important. What else? बस हो गया. Ideal woman, sanskari, quiet, beautiful eyes, virgin.
She should not raise her voice.
So should so shy, submissive,
Shy,
right?
submissive.
Nowadays,
Complacent.
She should earn also, but not much.
Not much.
What else?
Should know cooking.
Should know cooking. Yes, very good point. What else? One main point you're forgetting.
Dowry.
Dowry, no. You become better, hopefully.
She should be good of character.
वो तो हो गया shy, सुशील, संस्कार.
She
What
should be
else?
receptive, not talking back.
हाँ, submissive. What else?
She should have an ideal female body.
हाँ, we had a slim, pretty, long hair. What else?
she should be fertile.
She should be fertile. Yes, very important. That is the main point. Reproduction. Okay, that's your ideal woman. Now, what's your ideal man? Right side.
A
No definition of ideal man.
Should
Should
be
be
earning.
a man.
Should be earning. That's it.
Huh?
No rules for that.
Should be earning. Should be earning.
He should be earning. He should be rich.
Just
Huh. What else?
Tall, dark, and
That's it.
That's
Bare
it.
minimum.
Provide you, that's it.
Huh,
That's
so
the bare minimum man.
anything else men in the room want to change it?
Tall, handsome.
No, I don't think that's counted. Oh, additional, that is bonus, cherry on cake.
Yes, that's what.
Huh, that will be perfect man. We're talking about ideal man. What else?
Bare minimum man.
Huh, rich. Okay, fine.
And with money.
That is rich.
Cool, fine. Okay.
Educate.
So that's it. Now can these two get married?
Yes.
Yes. So this is your two people
Arranged.
getting married. Arranged. Now this is the center of the society. Right now, can these two people get a love marriage also? How far would that dot come from here to here?
Very, very far.
Very far. We have a small board, so I'm going to make a little distance here. This is your love marriage, okay? Also minus my handwriting, but this part I will. So arrange love, okay? Now let's make this woman. Okay, fine. This is under what conditions will this happen? One main thing we are forgetting here.
parents acceptance.
Forget parental acceptance. What else? What does parental acceptance depend on in the marriage relationship? Caste and religion. So let's assume this person equals caste, religion, same.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
Right? And love is also same. Now you just play with it. One of them is Punjabi, one of them is Jain. How far will that come? And it will be an love marriage. Lower than this love marriage, dot. Same.
Love can be love.
See, I don't want a personal opinion. I want a society auntie's opinion. Not your opinion.
Society uncles and aunties.
Yes. So between Punjabi and Jain, will it come lower or similar?
Lower.
So this is your Punjabi Jain. Okay. Then let's just play with it. Let's make the woman 45, man 25. Now years old.
Zero.
What? Caste and all matches now.
No, not
10%.
That's not happening.
Can be in the love zone actually.
So all of this is love. Now all of this is love. Now let's just add to this. Woman earns 5 lakhs. Man earns 50,000. Where will that come? No. Lower or below? Okay.
That will come before 45-25.
No, but I'm saying this 45-25. So,
it is 45.
So this addition to that.
Okay.
One more complication.
Okay.
Now everything matches. Woman is differently abled, is on a wheelchair. Where will it come?
Down, wheelchair.
But everything else matches. Caste, sushil, everything.
They want to educate her.
That happens.
This is love or arranged? Again, in the
All love.
Make me cry. You'll make me cry.
Okay.
It's a book.
Then man is differently abled in a wheelchair. Where will that come? Everything matches. Perfect. Up where? Next to arrange, next to love.
Next to arrange.
Doesn't matter. Society doesn't matter.
Okay. Then where will Hindu Muslim come?
Love Jesus.
Okay, then what else? So this is there. Where will live-in come? Okay, so live-in would come before Hindu Muslim or after Hindu Muslim?
It comes in first.
Before, right?
Before.
So before, everything before Hindu Muslim.
Yes.
It can come with Punjabi Jain.
Yes.
Anyway, before.
It will come with Punjabi Jain if the live-in couple is about to get married.
Yes. Same
If
caste.
it's never getting married, it's here.
Agree.
Fair? Okay. What will come further? When the Muslim is a man or when the Muslim is a woman?
When the
Women is the
women.
Wait. Tell me which will come further. Hands up for women. Say that when a woman is a Muslim woman, it will go further down.
Yes.
Muslim men.
The other way. Why? He's a man.
Because
Yes.
majority males are Hindu and they are
Yes,
suppressive.
so that's true.
They
So
are the
that-
oppressors.
Yeah. Okay. Now for funsies, where will a gay couple come?
According to aunties, they don't exist.
But if they exist.
It has just come out of criminalization
So
actually.
here.
Just out of criminalization.
Yeah. This is your gay couple. Okay, where will? Now, where do you think two women will come a lesbian couple? Before gay couple or after gay couple?
After.
Why do you say after? Why do you say before? Who says before? Tell me why. Who says after? Tell me why.
After.
After.
Men can do.
MSM is
Why you both said before? Tell me. I want to know. Huh?
You're asking Auntie's opinion.
Yeah, definitely.
Artists, they don't exist.
Anshul, actually, MSM is much
What
more
do you
known
want?
as compared to Scissor Sisters. So
Yeah.
I think gay are more accepted in society as
Yeah.
compared to lesbians.
Okay, so there's a difference, right? Man means advantage plus gay. Women means disadvantage. Man plus gay, one disadvantage. Woman disadvantage plus lesbian, two disadvantage. Right? Mostly men can earn and get out of their house.
Yes.
Can eventually live on their own. If women are not encouraged to earn, etc., study, they will not get. So generally, a lesbian couple will come here. Okay? Now, how many of you understand the word trans? Okay, so I'll tell you what trans is. So, when I am born, okay, people see my reproductive organs and label me as female. But when I grow up, if I don't feel like I'm a woman, I will be called trans. I'll be called trans man. So if I was assigned bolte, so we use the word assigned the gender at birth. So someone is assigned gender at birth, woman, and they grow up and they don't, or female, and they grow up and don't feel like that, they will be trans man. Okay, so the word is trans. Okay. Now, if suppose Naveen was assigned the gender at birth as male, and he grew up and he didn't feel like that at all, and he felt like he was a woman, he would be called a trans woman. So the wording is the opposite. They are also there on slides, but is there any confusion here?
No.
Cool. So you need to understand trans in front of whatever word you use, that is what they would like to be identified as. Right? Simple logic. Now, for people who identify with the gender assigned at birth, that means mostly everybody in this room, you are called cis. SIS. Why does this word exist? Because people thought this word should not only be a word, this also should be a term. Okay? Which is important. So, most people in this room will be cis people. Okay? So, now where do you think a trans couple will come?
People don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Aunties. Basically.
Aunties don't know.
Out of syllabus.
Yes. So now, around this area only, will your sex workers come in? People who are beggars, homeless will come in, right? All of that will come in here. Now, what is the difference between these people and these people? The difference is that I will have certain level of privilege or disadvantage. The further I am from the center, the more disadvantage I will have in my life. What is the disadvantage I'll have? For example, I will not get called for weddings. If you all get married, will you call me for the wedding? Even if you call me for the wedding, I will probably show up to the wedding like this. Your relatives will ask you questions.
That's why I'm calling you actually.
Yeah, so people will ask you questions because I will show up to this wedding like this. Most people wouldn't, right? I wouldn't even get free food at a wedding, for example, right? Which is very readily available in Indian culture. But that's a smaller disadvantage. There are bigger disadvantages and we'll get into those, right? But what you need to understand is center of circle, more power. Back of circle, no power. Who makes the rules? People in the middle, right? People in the top, not even women. Men, upper class, upper caste, rich, educated, make the circle. Okay? This thing is called charmed circle. Why is it charmed? It says, come live by my rules, you will get rewards. The more you go away from my rules, the more disadvantage you will have. And your life will get tougher. Right? And who supports this? All institutions support it. Right? And we'll get into what institutions are. Just for funsies, do you know what makes a man and not considered as intersex? Intersex, do you all understand? Right? So, in the medical definition, a man needs to have a penis that is longer than 3 inches while being erect. If it's 2.9 inches, he can be considered intersex. So what I'm trying to say is sometimes science, law, etc. is arbitrary, and I can explain that as we go ahead, okay? And you ask me why, if I don't tell you in this lecture why science, law can be arbitrary, please ask me. For example, one simple example is, do you know how much law time it is for somebody, for raping a woman? Also this lecture will make you sad and all, but I'll try to make it happy while talking. But it will make you sad. What is the... And you will get triggered maybe. What is the sentence for raping a woman in this country?
A man is sent to committee.
7 years. What do you think will be the sentence for raping a trans woman? It should be
Same.
same, right?
It's the same.
Should be. Rape itself depends that a man only can rape, no other.
Yes.
Law
Also, men
states that
cannot be raped apparently.
Only man can rape.
But when trans women, how much rape is the sentence?
According to the TGP Act, it's 6 months.
6 months to 2 years.
Yeah.
That's about it. That's the difference. So when we talk about law being objective, it's questionable. So basically, ask me about law and science later and we'll talk about it. Cool. This is charm circle. Everybody clear till here? Cool. Now we move on quickly. Ow. Okay, so we spoke about gender. Right now what you need to understand about gender. Gender is a spectrum. Means what? It's a straight line. On one end of the spectrum, you can have male and female, and masculinity and femininity. What is masculinity and femininity? Masculinity is how you represent your gender. Femininity is how you represent your gender. For all of the women here, wearing nice earrings, glasses, earrings are all ways of representing femininity. For all the men, the nice sneakers that you're wearing, the nice watch that you're wearing is all a representation of masculinity. So whether we like it or not, all of us represent a certain level of femininity and masculinity. Right? Now for example, even when women, your clothing might define it as more masculine or feminine. Even in this room with all of us wearing what we are wearing. Right? And what we need to understand is spectrum. Nobody is only on one end. So at different days you can differ differently. But overall gender is a line. Okay? Now what is gender? Gender consists of two components. One is gender expression. Is how will I show my gender off? Right? What I wear, how I dress up, what perfume I use. Everything is gendered in this world. Perfume bottles, have you seen?
Yes.
Women perfume bottles look all slim and sexy. Men are all bulky squares or circles.
X-Men.
Right? Even perfume has gender, unfortunately. So gender expression refers to how you show it.
Even the names.
Yeah. And gender identity is how you feel it. Like even if you look at alcohol, you look at all the gin bottles and vodka bottles. Slim, nice, whiskey bottles, chonky. Yeah. So you will see that come up everywhere. So that is gender expression. Or gender identity is how I feel on the inside. For example, can I get 2 volunteers quickly? 1 man, 1 woman from now. You and you. Great. Now tell me this: if I take you home, kidnap you today, okay, and then force estrogen hormones in you, put you under anesthesia, zabardasti, I take you off and I do a surgery. I give you boobs, I take away your private parts, I put other private parts, and I dress you up in a sari. Will you feel like a woman?
No.
Right? Because gender is a feeling.
Yeah.
I can change your get up, I can change your body, that still will not mean that you feel like a woman. The same thing I do to you in reverse, will you feel like a man?
I don't know, depends, I mean how the hormones are working out.
The hormones don't change how you feel.
I don't know. No idea. No idea at all.
Yeah, but generally it wouldn't.
Yeah.
Right?
Identity.
Yeah, because that's your identity. That's what you feel in there. Even if I forcefully do something to you, it's not going to change anything. Another point to remember, somebody is going to ask me about John Monnet towards the end of the lecture. Cool? Somebody remember. You remember.
John Monnet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an experiment. So, sex. What is sex? Sex is what is assigned at birth, right? What is sexuality? Who you want to be attracted to. In Hindi cinema, when you look at somebody, violins play behind your sexuality. Cool? They are all 3 different and not the same. What is the problem in Indian society? That we think it's the same. That means if I see a boy with a penis, I will think he is going to be a boy and he is going to grow up and he is going to get attracted to women. That is the conclusion that we make in this society. But what am I saying? Gender does not mean sex, does not mean sexuality. It is important. You will try to remember this. Cool? This is what we spoke about already, a cis man, a cis woman at spectrums. Right now we speak about gender fluid person and non-binary. The gender fluid person will vary on the line in the continuum of gender, the spectrum that I showed. Now a non-binary person is somebody who talks about, see, gender is constructed by society, I don't want to believe in this. So it comes under the fluid spectrum. And at the end of that spectrum is trans woman. Right? So cis man, cis woman, gender fluid and trans. This is just to understand. So, so I want to do this activity. Cool? What activity that I want to do is, each table is going to give me, you have literally 2 minutes, somebody put a timer and start it when I say. I am going to give you all a scenario that you have to imagine. You have to imagine raising a child, but the child is a baby of 6 5 years the baby age. Okay. Now the
6 months to 5 years.
yeah, it can be whatever, or it can be chalo. Let's do 3 to 5. Let's make it easier for you. Okay, and 3 to 5 years. Yeah, and this baby is a magical baby. It has a napkin stuck at its genitals. No matter what you do, that napkin is not going to be moved. But you all on the table have to discuss what are your challenges that you're going to face as parents to raise that baby. Cool? Start the timer. You have literally 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Give them a 1 minute time. How much time? 1 minute, people. Bros, discussion over. Okay. So now that the discussion is over, I want each table to quickly tell me what they have discussed. Don't repeat your questions. We are short on time. So any new point you make, you can start. Which table feels the most confident they have covered everything? Please put your hands up and that one starts. Great. Tell me.
Etiquettes, which washroom to use, nutrition of the baby, school admissions, then good touch and bad touch, education of the baby, then dressing up. What does the baby wear in the school and at home? What colors are around the baby? The toys we are providing the baby, and then what kind of conditioning we are giving the baby in household activities.
Fine. Yes, you have points, sir.
And the child is, the limit you are given is 3 to 5 years. Already everything is done by 3 years of age. It starts right from the birth, how the baby is going to be
I mean,
taken
it
up
can
in the
be
society.
anyhow.
Yeah. So it has already done, and the baby will tell now that I am a boy or a
Cool. Anybody else?
Not knowing the sexuality of the baby actually eases out a lot for me. The baby can have learn things on their own, and whatever their inclinations I can observe, I can let them do those things. So rather than putting a societal construct
Are
already.
you talking about sexuality or gender?
Sexuality, gender. Yeah. Let the child discover on their own.
Other pointers? People?
Isolation. The child might not have as many socially acceptable friends or interactions with their peers as would a gender normative child.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody else? Any points?
Let the child decide.
Huh?
Let the child decide.
3-year-old
Yeah.
cannot decide.
What else?
5 years old,
Huh?
The content the child is consuming.
The content the child is cool. Now, the good part over this is, I don't know if you realize, I said that the baby's genitals are covered. Everybody assumed that because your genitals are covered, there will be gender confusion. There might not be gender confusion because what did we just learn?
It's not.
Right? What did we assume? Okay, if I cover genitals, oh my god, gender is not there. You got it and he got it by saying ask the baby. Yes, ask the baby.
Let the child discover.
The child weirdly, so as young as 3 to 5, children can already display signs of genders and gender preferences, and there are enough studies to actually provide that. Right? But what is the connection that we made? That genitals means gender. Now you just had a lecture, I have wasted 20 minutes talking about this. Right? That means that it is so in tuned in your brains. Which means that no matter what happens, your brains tend to associate genitals with gender. So you all need to make a conscious effort to not do that. Right? Because it is so ingrained. That is what is taught to you for whatever age you have till now. So you will need to make that extra step to be able to make that difference. This was just to prove that part. Okay, fun thing. Now you're gonna put hands if you agree or disagree. Cool? We're gonna count. Both of your job is to count. Cool? And then we'll talk about it. Fair? Do you know what are Hijra people? Yes. Hijra people have no genitals. They have a pee hole.
False.
Does anyone believe it's not false? Fast. Does anybody believe it's true? If you feel like it might be true, no judgment here. Nobody will make fun of you. Nobody believes it's true.
What if we don't know?
Then you decide what you think. No homework. Decide no. If you think it makes sense, then you put a hand up. If you think that it's a learning space, right? So there's no problem. We won't be like, oh, you don't know. Nothing? Yes, maybe. Okay, nobody said. So it is false. That's not true. Is it okay for straight men to feel scared of gay men hitting on them?
No.
So true or false?
It's false.
It's not okay.
You said, okay, how many for false? Put your hands up. Okay, how many for true? Put your hands up. There are people who are not putting hands up only.
It varies.
Huh?
It varies.
Fluid between.
Arre? Fluid is different. Not about your knowledge. Okay. So the idea is, it is actually false. Do you know? Because it's not straight men to feel scared of gay men hitting on them is a bias. The same way we talk about, oh, if I'm coming out to somebody, we'll talk about coming. I'm telling somebody I like women and the woman's like, I'm straight, huh? That's not the case. Just because you are lesbian or gay, you don't find everybody on the road attractive, no? The same way everybody in this room doesn't find everybody else attractive.
No.
Right? So that. Lesbian women are mostly masculine. True or false? People of the community are always loud, have colored hair, tattoos, and piercing. False or true? False. You sure? You have a very different example standing in front of you. Fine.
Not
false.
always.
Yeah, not always. But is that majority?
They choose to stand out.
It's their choice.
But there are people not in the
Yeah.
choosing to do all this.
Anybody who's choosing to stand out is going to do it. Doesn't necessarily.
But that aunties can think that way, no?
No, this you answer from your logic. Okay. All Hijra people steal children. Trans women can't be lesbian.
Can be.
False.
She can.
False, put your hands up. True. Okay. True, put your hands up. Nobody. This is a majority. You're playing safe. So they can be. And if someone has a question, then why be trans? Because they could just be attracted to women and be normally. You can ask me that later. A gay couple will be able to give an adequate and wholesome life to their children.
True.
Can say false also. Most gay men are feminine.
False.
Great. Nice. Okay, moving forward now. I want to read out a scenario. Here is this. I want to read out a scenario and I just want you to close your eyes and pay attention to it. Okay? Cool? Fair. So, close your eyes, bros, if you're comfortable with it. If you're not, it's fine. Imagine a time 1,000 years in the future. You live in a country of 20 million people where 95% of the people are homosexuals. Most of them marry cis people of the same gender. The average age of marriage is 22 to 28. And most families have 1 to 2 children. The state insurance covers the policy of childbearing practices. parents raise their children on stories of Prince Charming and the Seven Dwarfs. And they bring them up as healthy homosexual adults. Religious leaders promote homosexuality and condemn any heterosexual behaviors as sinful. There are laws punishing heterosexual behavior also. Medical foundations are pooling together millions of dollars to promote research and aimed at finding and removing the straight gene and finding a cure for heterosexuality. You are a 32-year-old cis man or woman who has always been attracted to cis people of the gender considered opposite to yours. Despite several attempts of getting rid of these feelings, you have intense yet incurable inclination to people of the opposite gender to you. You work as a medical doctor in an NGO that has a policy against hiring such perverts. In this institution, most people are married to people of the same gender or have steady relationships. The institution gives you also insurance to you and your partners, married or in relationship. Now, I want to understand, what do you think my challenges are going to be? As this person, you can open your eyes. Right, challenges, feelings in one side and institutions. Tell me, what are my challenges, feelings and institutions that I'll have if I live in a society like this? Fast! You don't have time.
Always feel like an imposter.
Huh?
You feel like an imposter.
We'll feel like an imposter, right, in feelings. What else?
Fear of being discovered.
Fear of being discovered. Okay, so feelings will be fear. What else?
Isolation.
Isolation will be a challenge. What else?
Anxious.
Huh?
Judgment.
Judgment will be a challenge also. Why do you think there will be judgment?
They're different.
What else?
Minority, majority.
What else?
Minority. Yeah.
Huh.
Judgment.
What else?
Neglected.
Neglected. Fine. What else? Huh? Legal issues, right? Institution with legal issues. What else? Violence, challenge. What kind of violence? Physical, sexual. Both. Okay. Then feeling inferior.
Discrimination.
Right. Discrimination is a challenge. Then
Ostracization from
ostracization. What else?
Incel.
Huh?
So incel में चले जाना मतलब like not isolation.
Isolation. What else? That's it? What else will be my challenges and feelings?
Feelings of like not being considered in society yet.
Yeah, so that will be isolation. What else will I feel? Abnormal, yeah, challenge, different. Then what else?
lack of opportunity to get a job or
Lack of
Medical problems.
opportunity.
Medical institution will also not
Huh,
understand.
right, medical also. What else?
mental health issues.
Mental health issues. What issues will happen in my mental?
Depression.
Depression, anxiety, right?
Bipolar disorder.
Personality disorder also.
Psychosomatic disorders. That will be challenging. Psychosomatic.
Care would be.
Huh?
Type of care we gonna do.
Type of care. What else?
Also finding a partner.
Finding a partner will be a challenge. What else? Fast. हो गया challenge feelings.
Needs won't be fulfilled.
Huh?
Reproductive needs won't be fulfilled.
Reproductive needs, you mean sexual needs? Very different. Nobody goes like, oh, bacha. Yes, you might need like sexual needs.
Sexual gratification.
What else? Okay, do you think I'll feel disgusted with myself? There's a problem.
Self-guilt. Yeah.
Do you think I'll feel guilt?
Guilty, yeah.
Do you feel I feel like it'll be shameful? Do you feel like I might want to kill myself? Suicidal.
Self-deprecating.
What else?
A lack of identity or feeling.
Yeah.
I don't belong here.
What are my institutions that will have problem? Legal, medical, bus.
Job, economic.
Education.
Yeah, so
Education.
right. Education.
Resource.
Jobs.
Job opportunities.
What else? Housing will challenge. Challenge.
Rights.
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 Family will also be an institution. You know why? You remember we did charm circle? Now I ask you all one question, don't answer it, okay? How many of you are married?
Don't answer.
No, answer. No, answer this. How many of you are married? Only, answer. Don't answer what I'm going to ask next. Tell me whether you're married or not. Okay, cool. Now, if you had girlfriend, boyfriend before marriage, and you did stuff with them, would you tell your parents about it?
Don't answer, no.
Nobody answered. But if you wouldn't tell your parents about it, you know why? Because your market value for marriage would drop. So your market value for marriage would drop and you would be away from that charm circle. So family is a great institution that basically controls how you speak. Okay? Okay, any other challenges? Will I have
Feelings of confusion.
confusion? Yes, perfect. What else? Panic issues and anxiety. You think I'll have addiction?
Bottled up emotions. Yeah, addictions.
Self-destructive behavior.
Substance abuse.
What else?
Low self-esteem.
Bad coping.
Yeah. Religion? Institution?
Yeah, I think
Yes. What else as an institution? Marriage, this is not there. Okay.
Bullying.
Huh? Bullying, yeah. Okay, so now because we cannot remember all of this, we've managed to get them into 6 that we'll talk about, that will cover all of them. So my first issue as a person would be self-acceptance. Right? Why would it be Why would it be self-acceptance? Because I will have to accept my identity. Why would I not want to accept my identity? Because the minute I don't accept my identity, I am going to lose certain privileges in my life. What are the privileges I will lose? I will lose everything on this board. The minute I accept myself to be part of the community, okay? I will lose my friends, my family, my money, my job opportunities, my education. Everything that I've ever valued or worked hard for in my life will be lost. Also from childhood, you hear your parents talking about your marriage and how that's something that you need to get to, and that will be lost. Which is why people take years to accept themselves. Okay, now let's assume I did accept myself, right? What's going to come next? I will have to tell people. Why will I have to tell people? Now I joked about me being part of the community because of hair or because of tattoos. But I don't know. Do you all think I have a boyfriend at home or a girlfriend at home? Make a choice. Hands up for boyfriend, hands up for girlfriend. No, I'm not kidding. Make a choice right now. Girlfriend, for how many for girlfriend? Okay, how many for boyfriend? Cool. Now the thing is, I will have to come out everywhere I go. Why will I have to come out? Today if you had casual conversation with me, at some point you would ask me married, unmarried, what? Right? Why would you ask me that? Because that's a societal question to ask. You all ask, no? Married, not married, dating someone, oh, getting married soon. It's a societal question. So I will what have to do? I will have to come. Yes, I have girlfriend at home. Yes, right. So, I will have to come out. Now I will not only have to come out in this training, I will have to come out in everywhere. So if I start coming out in school, I will come out in school, college, then masters, then first job, second job, third job. Every stranger I meet, will it ever stop? No. Coming out is a continuous process. Then who do I come out to, right? Do I come out to everybody? Do I not come out? What is the problem of coming out? if I'm not financially independent, will I make the mistake of coming out to my parents and other people? Absolutely not. Because it will put my life in danger. Why will it put my life in danger? Because you will get what? Violence. Why will you get violence? Parents won't accept. So when you come out, you need to decide who to come out, where to come out. Is it safe to come out? Just because coming out is the next step to do, like in person without considering your safety, you cannot come out, right? And it never stops. Cool. What? So right now in the world, there are 65 countries where if I go to and come out, I will be put in jail. India also decriminalized right now in 2019. Right? It's only been 6 to 7 years for it to be decriminalized. Otherwise, we had the ability of being put in jail even here. Right? From the time I have started to become a trainer, we have moved from 70 countries to 65 countries. Which is nice, but 65 is a lot. So I'll tell you, which is the most ideal destination from for Indians to travel for tourism and cheaper? Thailand or also a lot of people go to Dubai, right? And Dubai is a tourist attraction. The thing is, I don't know if I can go to Dubai because I definitely don't look like a cis woman, and there are reports of the airport actually stopping people who don't look cis and assaulting, molesting, etc. So I will have difficulty to travel in these 65 countries. I can't travel also. You don't have money to travel. So now I accepted myself, I came out and traveled in the countries where I'm allowed to. What is going to be my next issue? My next issue is going to be relationships. Now I'm out, where will I find this person? And how will I find this person? Because everyone around me is always straight. So now how will I find somebody to spend my life with? That's always going to be a struggle. Now let's assume I found someone to date, to be with, etc. Right? What if they are being mean to me? What if they hit me? What if there is violence? What if there's all things? You think I'll leave?
Probably not. Actually, probably not.
I won't leave.
Depends.
Mostly I won't leave, right? I've struggled so many years to
Yeah,
find
It's
somebody.
very hard to find.
It's very
Will I
difficult to
leave?
leave. You can't leave.
It'll be a problem. So firstly, finding is a problem. Then if that goes bad, that is a problem. Do you think? So finding somebody is always a problem. No matter how many apps exist, no matter how that exists, it's still always a problem. Because the apps are also used for violence. Right? Now let's assume So I've written here, where's my free cake? You know why? Now for all of you who raised your hand for marriage. If you go to a restaurant and say it's my anniversary, right? They give you free cake. Will I get free cake if I take my girlfriend out and say it's my anniversary? No restaurant will give me free cake. And this is just one of those disadvantages of that. Right? And so my next issue is invisibility. Will anybody see me? For example, if it's someone's marriage, it's a party. Someone's shadi is a short-term, long-stay party. It is supposed to be your D-Day. Your day. Where you are the most important person. And people who have never seen you will come to wish you. From relatives. All of you will get money also. Some 3-5 lakhs you will get. Right? Let's just take an average count. How much money you got in your marriages? We'll all at least get 1 lakh. Will I get that money? No. Will somebody sit and celebrate my relationship? No. Will it be invisibilized? Absolutely. People will be like, "Behne jaise ho, best friends ho." Once I went to a dentist with my girlfriend. And the dentist like, "So cute, behne jaise ho." And I was like, "Oh, great." Right? So my relationships are always going to be invisibilized. You know why? Because you all don't realize it, but how much do we post on Facebook? Happy anniversary, happy birthday to my husband. We do this, right? We generally can't do that. especially if you have extended family. Because then that will be questioned. So my relationships will be invisibilized. I can't have silver jubilee, 24 hours with someone type of scene, right? So we are always invisibilized. Now what will happen? Discrimination. Now there are going to be two types of discrimination: subtle discrimination and violent discrimination. Violent discrimination is the one that you understand. I'll call you gay, faggot, hijra, whatever, and that will be. I'll hit you, I'll beat you, whatever. Those are all signs of discrimination. There are subtle forms of discrimination. For example, if you ask, now don't feel bad. For example, in this training only, right? We spoke about how somebody said something about different people or gender spectrum for some answer and laughed, right? If this was not a training and if this was queer people in a room, people would feel bad. Because still you are making queer people as a form of joke or humor, right? Which is generally seen as not okay, right? It's the same that if we say औरतें रोती रहती हैं, women keep crying, or women talk a lot, it's that bias. You don't want to generally joke about it. Subtle forms of discrimination would also be going to a couple. Like if I'm going to, suppose you invite me to a marriage. If I was married, you would invite my husband. Will you invite my girlfriend? Probably not. If you invite us and you have a destination wedding, will you keep us with single women or will you give us a separate room as a couple? Most people would not, right? So discrimination can be also subtle. And the subtle discrimination is where it matters. Quote to karna hai ka nahi hai, but subtle is also something everybody does, right? Now because my life is so stressful, don't you think I'll have mental health issues? So there's something called as the minority stress model. How many of you know that? So the minority stress model is a medical term that talks about how minorities tend to have higher heart rate, BP, heart issues, diabetes, etc. Because I am living in a minority and that causes stress in my environment, right? We extend that further to mental health, right? Because I am part of this community, it's going to stress me out. Here are actually some fun stats to it. So, actually, fuck it. Sorry. Basically, there are a lot of stats to it, we'll get to it. So basically, I have 3 times more likely to get depression. I have more chances of being suicidal the minute I am queer. Because my life revolves around these challenges, which are not there. And we'll talk more about this, okay? Now we are going to do another narrative. Right? I'm going to talk about another scenario. So again, I just want you all to hear me out. Cool? Close your eyes if you feel like. Does anyone have any questions before this? Thoughts, comments? Cool. Then close your eyes. So I wake up in the morning and I feel really, really sad. And I wish I was a man. But I could not. So I have to drag myself out of the bed and I get dragged out of the bed. And I have to go pee. When I have to go pee, I realize that I can't stand and pee and I have to sit down and pee. So I do that anyway. Today is a very important day. I have to go for a job interview. I have to bathe. Right? Now while bathing, I absolutely hate bathing because I have to touch parts of my body that don't feel like mine and that I feel disgusted touching. But chalo, because I have to bathe and I have to clean my body, I do that anyway. After that, I have to get dressed. Now, as I said, I have a job interview. I have to decide what to wear. No matter what I wear, I'm going to be questioned. But let's assume I choose to wear what makes me feel comfortable. I wear that. Now I have to decide how to travel. I am in Bombay. I am traveling from Andheri to Kulaba. It's 25 kilometers of distance. A cab is 700 rupees. A train is very cheap. But while going to the train, I will wonder whether I will be hit in the women's compartment or in the men's compartment sexually harassed. So I spend my 700 rupees. Mind you, I am unemployed right now. but I spend that 700 rupees for my safety. I reach that office, I answer those questions, I do what is the need to be done. Some of the questions that the job people ask me are about what's in my pants, whether I get my periods or not. I answer them humbly because, well, you have to give me the job. Then eventually they tell me that they're not going to give me the job. After such a stressful day, I feel like I want to unwind. So I decide to take myself out for a movie. While going into the movie theater, I realize I have to pick which line to go into for checking, and I have a panic attack. You can open your eyes. Now, can you tell me how many of the things that you did not feel? How many are things that you never thought of on this? Is there something in this entire narrative that you personally don't think about?
Choosing the line where to go in.
Yes.
Bathing.
While bathing,
Well, bathing, yeah. What else?
Sitting in the toilet.
Sitting in the toilet. What else?
Traveling in a
Traveling in
car.
Traveling in a train. What else?
Almost everything.
Answering the questions in the interview.
Yeah. So almost everything, right? Now my regular days like this won't have been very stressful in life. Right? That's just an average day of a person who's trans. So will I not be stressed? I will be. One major issue that I will have is which washroom to go. And will I be stopped to go to washroom?
Which clothes to wear?
Which clothes to wear also? Will I wear clothes that I want, or will I have to dress for my safety? Right? All of that matters. So, as a trans person, I will have some unique stresses. So, we'll talk about them. So, the unique stressors, first one is gender dysphoria. What is gender dysphoria? How many of you sometimes look in the mirror and go like, no, my arms look real fat, or my stomach's coming a little off, and I feel a little thoda disgusted. I feel like ये part निकल जाना चाहिए body से. Right? If you've done that and you feel like that, that is still something you identify as your body part, and you still feel disgust. Now dysphoria is way more. It is disgust with your almost different whole parts of your body and gender representation, and how uncomfortable that would make you. So that is gender dysphoria. It is that feeling of not connecting to your body as you would like it to be. Okay? It's not a feeling that you can be like, go for therapy, you'll get over it. It doesn't get over it. Right? Then another important thing is, like we spoke about self-acceptance with queer people, like with lesbian, gay people. Self-acceptance with trans people is easier. What becomes hard here is convincing the society that you are trans. The society has problem, right? Sexuality can still be hidden. For example, please stand up. How many of you can guess her sexuality? Straight, bi, lesbian, what?
We cannot guess.
But guess? बोली लगाते?
It's tough to guess.
But guess? Exactly. So sexuality is tough to guess. So sexuality is tough to guess. It's easier to hide, unfortunately. Gender cannot be hidden because gender is part of the expression. Right? It becomes uncomfortable to hide it. So self-acceptance is okay, societal acceptance is not. So what am I going to be worried about? I am going to be worried about passing. Passing is a term that is used to whether I will pass as the gender I desire to be passed as. If I don't, what will happen? My safety will get questioned. Okay? Everybody clear with passing? We spoke about coming out, and here how it will be different. Here it will be different because people have more issues with this. Right? Or people are like, okay, you come out, then you do all surgeries, then you get married again. Till the time I can get you married, it might solve my problem. But it's still very hard. Right? So when we go to gender transitioning. Now what is gender transitioning? Gender transitioning is basically taking hormonal treatment, surgical treatment. Now it is not necessary that every trans person wants all of the full complete gender transition. It is not necessary also that they have the money to do so. Okay. Now gender transition means we spoke about dysphoria, right? Now it's not necessary I will have complete dysphoria. There are certain people where people can have chest dysphoria or bottom dysphoria. They will only get surgeries for that. Sometimes bottom surgeries are more complicated, so people don't get those surgeries even if they want it. So not necessary that I am trans, so I will have to transition. Right? I can also sometimes not transition. Fair? And here my discrimination will be more because it is more visible. Right? It is more on the face. And what will happen here is misgendering. Misgendering happens all the time. Means what? What is your gender? All of your forms. Like if you work in medical, your forms are gender for female, male, third gender. Third gender is also not the best term to use. Right? So, how my gender is going to be? How am I going to be referred as sir, ma'am? Like we all speak, na, ma'am, sir. It's a very casual thing. So what can we do next? We'll talk about it. But misgendering and erasure happens all the time. Questions here? Here we spoke about John. I told you I'll speak about John Monnet. So John Monnet was this doctor who basically did surgeries. And if female genitals were deformed in whatever way, he would construct them to fit whatever was convenient. Okay. Then he would tell the parents to treat them and make them grow up as that gender. Right? So if I had an intersex baby, he would make a penis and say, now bring this up as a man, and vice versa. Now he did this to countless babies. What started to happen, and then he would call them every year to the office and make them play gender play. Means they would ensure that they are trying to play in the way that that gender should play. Okay, so they would be trained. And parents would also be given strict instructions. What started to happen is when these children grew up, a lot of them felt dysphoria. And one of them actually killed themselves. And that is still documented. Currently in this country, you still have people who conduct these surgeries on infants who are intersex. Right? Because you will tell the parent, oh my god, society will say this. Let me save you, let me make this boy into fitter gender. What will happen is there will be emotional damage when the child grows up because we don't actually know. Right? Now we spoke about issues, right? Now the differences. Cis straight people are 1% likely to kill themselves. Gay lesbian people are 4% more likely to commit suicide. Trans people are 8% more likely to kill themselves. Now the difference of 1, 4 and 8 is society, my friends. So now you all of you doctors, right? Great. Now all of you, we remember charm circle, right? And that nice dot in the center. You, my friends, are the center of the dot in terms of the profession chosen. Like everybody says, na, doctor, lawyer, MBA. People like me, nah, bottom. Right? So you are the center of the charm circle when it comes to careers. You are a doctor, you have a degree. If you sit and tell somebody's family that this is normal and this is okay, you can change someone's life. Please acknowledge the power that you have. Especially if you are straight, if you are married, if you are dressed in sari, dressed in suit and shirt. You can actually save lives. So you need to understand that you are in a very, very privileged position in society. Right? And you can use that to help people. You can make that circle that is so strict a little more flexible with your power. And if each of you after today's conversation tries to do it, or even if one of you tries to do it, then this conversation has had some value. Otherwise it's not no value. So in your times and in your places, you need to be able to change wherever you are standing. For example, the very most easy thing. All of you are doctors, which means at some point you're earning money. And you might have families that paid for medical, so they have money or some form of money. in remote places. You might have one more house that you're giving on rent. Or you might inherit a house eventually to give it on rent. Who are you keeping on rent? Are you preferring a married family? Bachelors, people from the community? Who? Majority will prefer married. So that I'm trying to say that you have so much individual power that you can use for your good. Right? Even if that person is not coming to you directly for something, they're coming for you for something else. You all are also teachers, no? Right? Now if you are being able to teach this, what you learn here, to your students, imagine how many thousands of lives you can actually change. To realize, to ensure that parents don't see this as a disease, as a medical problem, any of that. Now when you talk about LGBTQI, it used to be included in the DSM. DSM is that book of nice diseases, like ICD, right? LGBTQ was in the DSM till 1983. Okay, then why did they remove it? They removed it because of voting and because a lot of straight women were getting HIV. Right? So they removed it when the straight people was getting uncomfortable and they needed votes. Till today in the DSM and in the ICD, transness is a disorder. They refuse to remove it for insurance purposes. Now the fun part is in the DSM, next to transness, there is also pedophilia in the same category. There is also voyeurism in the same category. There is also yeah, but listen, we are mixing up disorders of consent versus not disorders with disorders of non-consent. Pedophilia and somebody being trans cannot be compared. Somebody being voyeuristic and being trans cannot be compared.
Consent
One
and
is
non-consent.
consent, one is not consent. You wanted to understand science being logical, if you pick up the DSM, when you talk about women orgasm disorders and men orgasm disorders, when we talk about men orgasm disorders, they talk about how men are not able to orgasm. Do they try to masturbate? Do they try to play with toys? With women cannot have orgasm during sex, so they have women disorder. Who's made these books? Indians have not made these books, but it's still biased. So what I'm trying to say is when we're looking at queer life, there's not enough literature, there's not enough data. So a lot of it gets biased. Now these are just some more statistics for trans people. They say 52% people were harassed by police. I know cases that were taken off by police, beaten up because they were wearing a sari and not minding anything. Right? So now if we actually look at some numbers, 76% more, these are Indian numbers, huh? 76% transgenders said that they experienced depression. 31 reported that their first sexual encounter was abuse. 40 said that they have faced abuse before 18. 60% of transgender people say they have experienced sexual abuse in their life. Okay, out of which 20% say that they are suicidal. I gave you statistics of 8. Okay. Then there was a study done in Calcutta that showed rates among trans. 31% were suicidal, 50% are at least attempted once. What do we do when somebody attempts? We admit them, give them depression medication and say, get institutionalized for 5 days, worse get ECT, go home. Will it solve the problem? No, Bruce, it will not solve the problem. Because what's the problem? Us and society. And even substance ka rates are 64. So now what do we do? Right? We need to learn how to talk. Right? For that you need to learn, which you are doing now, hopefully. Right? But we need to talk about the right language. When you use words like they, them, those people, they're inherently discrimination. You can say people of the community. Queer people, queer is an umbrella term used by people, right? Because those are more consenting ways of talking. Just because somebody is coming and telling you I am queer, you cannot tell their parents. You cannot tell everybody. You cannot tell your colleagues. Because that might get endangered. Someone might lose their house, their job, their future because of information that you might not find trivial. So what can we do? Right? Wait, I'll come to this before. What are our don'ts? Don't make assumptions. Don't make assumptions that boyfriend, girlfriend. Ask me. Even though I'm telling you to make the assumption, right? Don't ask invasive questions. Oh, how did you know? When did you know? You can ask in this session, right? Because this session you're curious about. Because this session is good to know. But don't ask that when you meet someone at a party or you meet someone outside. Hey, you ask me anything, I will answer. Because this is a learning space. This is different, right? So don't out people. Don't ignore pronouns. Now I understand pronouns are hard. You are used to saying she, her, right? They, them, gadbad. Short hack to that is refer people by their name if they like. If you're working with a trans person, ask them their name that they like. What, do you have a preferred name? If you don't have a preferred name, use their name if you're struggling with they, them. That is something you'll have to work and learn. Let's assume you don't want to. Then the name is a good option. Cool? Don't ask why you're spoiling English language and all of that. That makes no sense. Also, try to not use the word like real man, real penis, real breasts with a trans person. They are struggling. They go to surgery. To not have to question that. When you question, no, that won't happen. It won't happen. So a lot of times, a lot of my friends on apps, if they're trans men, say that a lot of women say that we want a real penis. Or whatever. So that doesn't work. When we are talking also, try to not use words like normal, abnormal, real. You would not want to use things like majority, minority. You can say margins. That is the correct way of talking. Right? Yeah. Like you won't look at someone and say langda luda bro. Like you will say differently able, right? It's the same thing.
Yeah.
So what can you do? You can use the right language, right? You can talk in the right ways. You can ask pronouns. Your forms can be a certain way. You can choose to learn. How many of you know a queer person? I don't count. Okay, right? Now the fact that everybody didn't put up their hand in this room, it's a problem because I'm sure you have encountered a queer person in your life. You might just not know it. Like I said, sexuality is hidden. You cannot see it sometimes. Gender is there. I have an important question to ask. You all are doctors. Have you all means working in medical colleges, right? How many of you worked with a Hijra client? Okay, so now out of this entire room, there are only 5 hands that went up. Which means that Hijra people, trans people don't like hospitals.
Yes.
Why do they not like hospitals? Because you have male ward, female ward. Then you have to figure out who will help. Male ward, if you put them, they will get harassed. Female ward, you put them, they get harassed. Right? Who will be my attendant? Will I have a male ward boy? Will I have a female ward boy? So what are some simple solutions that you can always opt for? Private rooms, putting partitions, asking the person which kind of attendant would they like. Talking to the attendant. You will have to start to do this training to your colleges, to your staff. Because those biases will need to be broken. See, most people believe they are good people. But most people don't realize that their words and behaviors can hurt other people. Because they lack empathy. So if you can ensure that people understand empathy, most people are okay with everything. Right? Because you can just make them feel bad. Then they understand, oh, we were wrong. But for that, you need to have conversations. Till the time you don't have conversations, that's not going to happen. Right? You need to speak up if you see somebody making jokes, being like, oh my god, these shoes are so gay. You can't do that. You have power. Again, professors, medical college, so much power, so much idealness. Very much power. More power than me for sure. But you can do that. Even I'm in a powerful position that I'm speaking to
Yeah,
you.
you're reaching out to us.
Yeah, but that's just, I think, luck. I've turned my disadvantage to advantage. But most people, not the same, right? You will need to look at what are your biases. You need to have your resources. So if you are working in a different city, etc. Please find out, do you have LGBTQ organizations there? Who are people you can contact? For example, after this training, I will keep my number here. In case you come across a client, somebody needs help, reach out. We have a list of organizations, we can connect them. Because what actually matters is people of the community. When I feel I am not alone, I am not diseased, this is not only my issue. And I can deal with it, right? So you went to this, right? What are my issues as a trans person? As a trans person, I'm going to hold in my pee. I'm going to have kidney stones. First thing, right? I'm also not going to care about my health. If I'm suicidal, depressed, don't want to eat food, not happening. So these are some of my disorders that I will have, right? A lot of trans people take hormones without medical supervision because they are so suicidal and they are so scared of doctors that they administer on their own. Because the minute you go to a doctor, they will ask you 100 questions, right? Now, do you know what is the process in here in Maharashtra mostly for getting a trans certificate? So I have to go to suppose if I have to go to a government hospital, I'll have to go to a government hospital, go to a psychiatrist. The psychiatrist will be like, why are you trans? Okay. Do your parents know? Get your parents. Firstly, it's not compulsory for me to get my parents according to law, but they'll say get your parents. They'll talk to the parents. Then they'll say, okay, fine, I will do 2 personality tests on you. I will do TAT and Rorschach to see that you're not insane. Then I will give you the certificate. Once I give you the certificate, I will have to go to a hormone doctor to get hormones. There something similar will happen. And even if one doctor says, no, you're not trans, then not happen. Right? So that is all important. I spoke about everything. Cool. So, what did we learn today? All of this. That gender, sex, sexuality is different. That there are a lot of systematic barriers in this space with legal institutions, but you need to learn correct pronouns, correct names, understand issues, talk about issues, but beyond anything, if you have empathy, we can figure it out. If you don't have empathy, we cannot figure it out. Right? So now I'm going to open the floor for questions. Now questions not only about what I've spoken about, but any questions. You're curious about a queer person? Go for it. This is your chance to learn and be as intrusive or non-intrusive as you like. I have no issues.
What are they?
So this thing is said about curiosity and so empathy, right? Empathy, people don't understand marginalized people.
Yes, so you have to create empathy. You know what I did in this training? I created empathy. I don't know if you did.
I agree with you, but many people don't have the time or the patience to make themselves aware. So more than being unempathetic.
So like there can be videos. There are a lot of videos,
So it's
right,
more
that
of-
create empathy.
More of curiosity rather than being mean or rude is what.
So, yeah, sure. They don't realize that they're being mean or rude.
Yeah.
It's curiosity. But then again, the curiosity should not be satisfied on the basis of someone. For example,
Yeah.
when someone is suppose someone is disabled and they are on a wheelchair, I could be curious if they can have sex or not, right? But I won't go up and ask that person because that's called manners. But in
Basic
most
etiquette.
spaces and in
respect-
India, most people lack manners.
Yeah, respect more than empathy.
Yeah, no, but both, right?
Yeah.
Because I will not respect someone if I don't care about them. Today I care, bad, matlab kitna life bura hoega of the person on the wheelchair. So I will not ask these intrusive questions. But probably a lot of times LGBTQ are not seen as people in most spaces, right? So I can ask those questions, unfortunately. Yeah.
As you said, we have an NGO in Jipur Karakal. So I went with, there is a small community. So what are the problems we face? The same questions I had. I thought before approaching directly, I went to the NGO organizers. Madam, these are the things. These are what I have in my mind. These are the things I want to ask them. Before contacting them, I contacted the people. So one or two, after that I met 2 or 3 people. So these are the set of things. These are the problems I think you may have. But if you want to add, you can add something and give me, so I can give a brief research. I won't disclose anything. I'll do whatever the thing I want. Till today, except 2 people, I was not able to contact any. They told you come this time, I used to go that time. You come in the night time, I'll go in. Never, I was not able to get a good response from that side.
See, that also happens, right? Because then I'm sure, like you, there are other people who also come, right? Which is why trainings like these matter. Which is why having these resources matter. Today we are in the country of the internet. Today, if you actually search, even for Indian videos, you will get a lot.
Can I have this talk with them today? Or you
Yeah.
can help me?
Yeah, sure. Why not? You said what I identify as. I identify as somebody who's attracted to women, and I like to identify as queer, which means that clearly my gender representation is not feminine, but I would not want to be a man or call myself a man, but definitely dress masculine. Huh?
Like this whole interactive session, and you have come so far and gave awareness about it. So I just want to know if you're okay with it. What are the challenges you faced while disclosing to your parents, or if you're okay with it?
Yeah, sure. So I actually didn't face any challenges with my parents because I don't care about my parents. But for example, I studied my masters from TIS, right? And I'm a psychologist. So after my masters was over, I was not getting a job. I was not getting a job because everybody told me that I don't look like a counselor. Because counselors need to be look. And to be fair, I had lesser tattoos and my hair was not colored. And I still didn't look like a psychologist. So some of the difficulties would be that. Other difficulties would be like if girlfriend will be accepted by their parents, etc. or not. For example, my girlfriend was recently not thrown out of house, but there was violence with her and she had to run away from her house after coming out to her parents. So parents don't take that well at all. See, my parents found out when I was already earning and I had already been doing these lectures, and they found out through the internet when I was already living separately, so they had no power. What happened? So that was smart. Yeah.
So like staying in Mumbai.
Staying in Mumbai, Bangalore, Delhi, Calcutta will be easier than staying in a village, than staying in a space where there is more marginalization. But if you have to look at my other difficulties, I'll always have a problem renting a house in this country. Why? Because single women are not given houses. Then they'll be like, Shaadi ki nahi kara. Then you have to tell lies to your landlord because I work too much.
I have this question actually that.
Say. You say?
Can I continue?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. I had this question that since I can realize from whatever you're talking that despite coming out so well timed manner and having a good support system also, and being able to work out for yourself, you face challenges like renting and all. So how is the government's affirmative actions having any effect in your life? No.
Nothing they do. They don't do anything. What will they do? How will they find me a rent house? And I will have so many challenges. For example, another challenge I'll have about, okay, suppose I'm not connected with my family, right? Suppose I get an issue, like I have a surgery or my medical issue is there and I'm in coma or whatever. Who's going to pull my plug out? Or who's going to take my medical decision? My partner will not be allowed to do that because by government I need a relative by birth. I won't be able to do it. For example, marriage people. How many of you have taken home loan after getting married? Right? It's cheaper to take a home loan after getting married. Your interest rate is lesser. What about me? I won't get that. I can't even buy a house with my partner because two people who are unrelated cannot own property in this country.
So, at what stage of education would you prefer or suggest that this education be given to children?
I think from the start, right?
No, because there was an issue, I don't know if it was in US or India, where I think it was in India only, when there was an attempt to introduce gender sensitivity to school children, there was allegations of indoctrination by parents where they
But that will happen, right? Because we are in society of India.
Challenges so many
These are
institutions.
institutions that need to take a call. that this is normal education that needs to be given, like good touch, bad touch, right? Right now, good touch, bad touch, at least in schools in Bombay, is getting started in junior KG and senior KG, which is very important. Technically, it's about sex. How? No. And listen, children know you have sex because they know Suhagrab happens beyond anything else.
They have boyfriends and girlfriends. Now.
Yeah,
I
but-
have cousins who are 6-5 years old with
Yeah.
boyfriends and girlfriends.
So then they know, right? So parents also, institutions will need to take this onus on them that this is the right form of education. This is what will prevent harm in different ways. For example, there's a very often bias. Oh, you have sexual abuse, that's why you are gay or lesbian. No, bro. There is so much. I specialize in working with trauma and sexual abuse also. That's not the case. If that was the case, there would be many gay people in the world. Yeah.
As you have talked about gender transformation, even if somebody is want to go for a gender reassignment surgery, so there is a lot of process involved in that before the person go for
Yeah.
a reassignment surgeries. So I would since this session is completely an integration of gender into the medical education or curriculum. So what this gender reassignment also will take a lot of specialties like the surgery,
Yeah, so I-
anesthesia, endocrinologist,
Yeah.
psychiatrist, everything. So this is my work when I was working with the trans community. Then I come to know that this is a lot of processes that has been involved in this. So who are working on that part? How you are sensitizing the whole other specialties?
So you have small sectors right now working on that part, right? But you don't have collective effort to do that. And that's a problem. For example, you will have a team of doctors. For example, you have a psychiatrist who will work with a psychologist who are aware. You will have the person, endocrinologist who will be aware. Then you will have surgeons who will have probably aware or not aware anesthesists. And then God knows if there is the anesthesist is not aware and there is abuse in that medical space also.
That's what my
Because there is always a possibility. I mean, women are not left in so many spaces. In medical spaces, unfortunately.
Whenever a power dynamics come into action,
Yeah.
there is going to be abuse.
Yeah.
I just want to tell that I have a colleague who is anesthetist. She is anesthetist, trans woman. She started reassignment surgery in my medical college. She has made a team in that college,
Yeah.
and we are doing it.
See, that's what I'm saying. Na?
Yeah.
Everybody individually is taking effort.
Yeah, individually they are taking it. So, how to make it?
Because you'll have to get it in institutions,
Yeah,
right? For
institutions.
example, at some point, if you get promoted, etc., and you